Hello students, today in the strategic management we are going to discuss about business environment. So, and also what is a strategy and what is strategy management. So the topic in this unit also includes the features, importance and dimensions of business environment, demographic, socio-cultural, macroeconomic, legal, political, technological and global competitive environment. So these are the topics we'll be covering today. So what is a strategy? Actually the strategy, the word originated from military, where the military people, they plan how to attack their enemy. There is a word called ambush, that is a sudden attack. So what are the different ways they are going to attack their enemy and win the war? Since the business scenario today is more or facing the enemy, so they the management guru started using the word and they brought the word strategy. Here the strategy means it's a long-term plan, how they are going to channelize the business product and services and objectives. Usually it is a long-term plan which may even for 10 years to 15 years. So now strategy is a tactical course of action which is designed to achieve long-term objectives. We can say it is an arts and science, planning and marshalling, that's getting the resources for the most efficient and effective use in the changing environment. Okay, resources, what are the resources? Resources say like labors, raw materials, so all these kinds are like resources, and the environment is quite dynamic, it keeps changing. So we have to source out our resources in an efficient and effective manner. Effective means in a way, maybe a cost effective way. So the strategy of business enterprise consists of what management decides. Here management means top management, the board of director, the managing director. So decides about the future direction, how they want to run their business and the scope of the business. It entails managerial choice among alternative action programs. So what are the things they need to change, or what are the things they need to undergo in terms of the business processes in order to face the competitors. Okay, so you have a plan which we say action plan. This plan is subject to change according to the competitors. So competitors moves and different business approaches to achieve enterprise objective. Enterprise objective means the business objective. Even though the general objective or goal of a business is to get profit, so other than the profit they have their own objective or goal, or we can say vision or mission, which we will be seeing in the later class. Strategy once formulated as long-term implication, they have their long-term implications. It is framed by top management. As I told you, the strategic planning is done by the top management, where in terms of implementation it comes down from top management to middle to all the people in the ground level. Framed by top management in an organization. In short, it may be called as a game plan of management. Strategic management. What is strategic management? Strategic management is a set of managerial decisions and actions, that's a plan and implementation, that determines the long-term performance of a corporation. So a corporation is a very big organization, usually multinational companies who have their branches in several regions of the world or several states in a country. It includes environmental scanning. What is an environment, which we are going to see actually detail in today's class. We are going to scan the business environment, which includes both the external and internal. For the today's class, it's more into external one, external environment for a business. strategy formulation, strategic and long-term planning, strategy implementation. Once you plan, then you bring that into action, and evaluation and control. Then you see by evaluating how good you have implemented your plan, and control. If there is a deviation, then you need to streamline that. The study of strategic management therefore emphasizes the monitoring, that is watching and evaluating of external opportunities and threats. So as we see the environment, external environment outside the business not only bring opportunities, that's opportunity for the business which they can capitalize, and it also brings threats also in the light of corporation strengths and weakness. In the light of means the opportunity or threat depends upon what we have, our capacity, okay, our resources. So depending upon our resources, capacity, it may be a plus or strength, it may be a weakness. So business environment defined. Environment is defined as something external to an individual or organization. Usually when we say environment means it's like a place which is surrounded by us, which surround us. From this angle, business environment refers to all the external factors which will influence the activity of the business. So whatever the things coming from outside the business, whatever the influence the business, all comes from this business environment. So meaning of business environment again, furthermore, business environment refers to forces and institutions outside the firm, that's an organization or a business, with which its members must deal to achieve the organizational purposes. So here anything coming from outside the business, that is from the environment, where the people from the organization or firm who will be dealing with. So here we see forces. Forces, it includes economical, social, political, technological, and then institutions, suppliers. Suppliers here means people who are supplying raw materials and other things to the company, say a college or university, those who supply books, furnitures, so all can be considered as suppliers. Customers. Customers means those who are using or buying our product or services. And competitors, people who are competing with our business are called competitors. It includes all those constraints and forces external to business within which it operates. As I told you, it's from outside of the business. The firm must be aware of these external forces and institutions. So they should know what is coming from outside. Okay, then only the business can, they can prepare themselves to face the threats and the opportunities. The firm must be nagged keeping in mind these forces and institutions so that the organizational objectives are achieved. So we have to always keep in mind our business will be affected by these forces. So the features of business environment. First one is the totality of external forces. So what is that? Business environment is a sum of total of all the forces and factors external to the business firm. That whatever from outside we have seen, like political, technical, legal, demographic, all these factors, okay, together forms the business environment. They are specific and general forces, number 2. So business environment includes both specific and general forces. Specific forces includes investors, the people who invest money in the business, competitors, people, competitor businesses who are competitor to our business, and customers, as we know who is a customer, who influence a business firm directly. These are the people who influence. If customer patronize your organization or your firm, then you will get revenue and thereby profit. Okay, so these people directly affect your this thing directly, while general forces, that's 3, interrelatedness. All these forces or factors of the business environment are closely related. For example, increase in health awareness care has raised the demand for organic foods and roasted snacks. Okay, see, the increase in health awareness is a demographic issue. That's where the people are concerned. So this has given rise. If a company is watching this closely, that people are getting this, they are going organic, they are going low fat, they are going away from fizzy drinks to water, so they can take the opportunities. That's why we have to, as a business, you need to monitor the environment, because every forces or factors are interrelated, which the business can capitalize if they see this on time. Dynamic. Business environment is dynamic, means is fast, quite changing in nature, which keeps on changing with the changing in technology, consumer fashions and taste. So the environment outside the business is not only, interrelated, it also like a dynamic. It keeps changing, so the business need to monitor what are the changes. So they need to include the changing preference of the consumer in the product or services. Otherwise, the competitor will take away our customers. Number 5 is uncertainty. So business environment, since it is dynamic, it is uncertain. Certain means we don't know what will happen tomorrow or day after. So it is very difficult to predict the future. Environmental changes and their impact will full accuracy. To some extent only we can predict. Okay, so it not with so much accuracy. So it's so uncertain. Next one is complexity. Business environment is very complex and it is very difficult. Which is easy to understand its parts separately, but it is difficult to understand totally. So like separately we can understand, to overall, okay, the holistic view, it's very difficult to understand, because as it is quite complex. As we have seen earlier, the environment is dynamic, it keeps changing, the technology may be changing, the preference of the consumer may be changing, and these changes may be due to the reason like consumer preference changes is due to the reason because of their increase in the education level or increase in the salary. So it's quite complex. The next one is the relativity. Business environment is relatively concept whose impact differ from country to country, region to region and firm to firm. For example, a shift of preference from soft drink to juices will be welcomed as an opportunity by juice making companies, while a threat to soft drink manufacturers. So as I told you, the changes may not happen uniformly around the world. So it may differ from one country to another, it may differ from one country to, one region to another, one state to another, one area to another area. Example we have seen is like if the people becoming more health awareness, aware of their health, so what will happen? They stop drinking the fizzy drinks, they may go for the juices. So company which are producing or manufacturing fresh juices will have a opportunity, whereas the company who are producing the fizzy drinks, they may have the disadvantage or threat. So that's why if you are monitoring the changes in the consumer patterns or preference, so what will happen if you are like say company, Coca-Cola company, okay, they monitor. So what happens, they don't want to give the opportunity to a fruit juice or any juice company. So what happened, they started their own juices, they started their own mineral water. Okay, so that's how they capitalize there. Even not only the opportunity, even the threat you can make as a opportunity for your company, provided you are monitoring the environment. So the importance of business environment. So we are going to see how it is important. First, identification of opportunities to get first mover advantage. So if you are constantly monitoring the environment, okay, technological, social, cultural, political, legal, demographic, you can take use of the, you can identify the opportunities and take use of the opportunities and get the first mover advantage. What is the first mover advantage? It is nothing but it is an advantage or benefit a business gets when they launch a new product or a new service or to a new customer. Okay, that is called a first mover advantage. Understanding of business environment helps an organization in identifying advantageous opportunities and getting the benefits prior to competitors, thus reaping the benefits of being a pioneer. Pioneer means those who are first in a particular launching or introduction. So example, Samsung is one of the first to market with an Android Wear smartwatch, and the company arguably has a head start since it's been making its own smartwatches. When this Samsung they launched this smartwatches, so they take over most of the smartwatch customers to their product, so they become the market leader. So this is the way even to become a market leader. So who is a market leader? Market leader is someone who has majority of the customers for a particular product, okay, more than 60 or 70, okay, of the market share. If a particular business is having, they are called a market leader. So the first mover advantages is one of the advantages that you can become a market leader. Second one is identification of threats. So correct knowledge of business environment helps an organization to identify those threats which may adversely affect operations. So here example is Bajaj. You would have heard Bajaj Automobiles, very famous one in India, made the lot of improvements in the two-wheelers when Honda, which is a Japanese multinational company, when they entered our Indian markets few decades before. So what happens if you are, as we have seen, the threats is not only from the environment inside our country or region. Now with globalization is becoming famous is the in thing. So what happens, many multinational foreign companies enter our country. When they enter, we have to prepare our products to the standard so that we are in par with the multinational companies, so we can compete. Otherwise our customers will go to our competitors from outside our country or to the multinational one. So Bajaj, they prepared, like here we see the nano car, which is very small, and it is suitable for a small family, like 3 to 4 people, and it's very cheap. Is the most cheap car in India. Tapping useful resources. Business environment makes available various resources such as capital, labor, machines, raw material, etc. to a business firm. In order to know the availability of the resources and making them available on time at an economical price, knowledge of business environment is very important. So where to get the resources for our business and how to get it very cheaper and in a better and effective way is very important for a business to know where to source them. Coping with the rapid changes, that is the changes fast happening in the environment. So continuous study or scanning of business environment helps in knowing the changes which are taking place, and thus they can face effectively. So as I know what is changes happening outside. So the image I have given here is those days in business, big giants, okay, like multinational companies like Coca-Cola, from India it's ITC. These people, usually businesses, they take over, okay, or they buy out small businesses. So that's why a big fish is eating small one. But now what is happening in the business scenario is even the small fishes are eating the big one. So what is what is the real meaning of this? Means even a small businesses, they are becoming a threat to big multinational giant. How come this is possible? This is mainly due to the technological one, because now because of technology, because of internet and e-marketing, So what is happening? The definition of marketplace is changing. So a small organization can have a marketplace of the whole world. They can reach out to the customers whole world. So this is posing as a threat to a big organization. So the big organization has to do something really needful in order to face the challenges from the small or a firm concern. So they cannot take it for granted, oh, this is small competitor, so we cannot, we will not be affected. So they have to be careful. They have to have a right strategy to face even a small companies or businesses. The assistance in planning and policy formulations. So understanding and analysis of business environment helps an organization in planning and policy formations. When the strategy they are doing, so they need to have a plan and policy in place which will be flexible and adjust to the changing environment, because as we discussed earlier, strategic plan is a very long term plan, maybe 10 years or 50 years. So they have a plan, and this plan should be flexible, because when they plan, the things should be in a particular order. So in course of action, in course of implementation of this plan, the environment again changes. So we need to have some flexibility in changing. So what happens, example here is like ITC, Indian Tobacco Company. They have their own group of hotels. This is the biggest hotel brand from India. Okay, so ITC and other one Taj also. They plan new hotels in India when they see the tourism in India is booming. Actually, tourism was booming little bit like more than 10-15 years, but India has realized this just like 10 years before only. So what happened? Now these hotels are coming up the new chains, okay, and they started opening their branches all over the country in order to cope up with the increasing in tourism. So this is an opportunity for them. Importance of business environment. The next point is help in improving performance. So by doing the right analysis and doing it continuously, the business environment helps an organization in improving their performance. So overall performance, as we have seen, like technological, political changes, all this, when we observe this, we can change our strategy in line with that, and then we can capitalize on the opportunities, and we can face the threat and even make the threat as an opportunity for our company or businesses. Okay, next important topic is the dimensions or components of business environment. We have seen like all the factors or forces outside and inside comprises of the business environment. Here in this chapter we are more concentrating on the outside factors. So we have seen economic factors. So what is the economic factor? What constitutes of an economic factor is immediate and direct economic impact on a business. Rate of interest of the money we buy from the financial institutions. Inflation's rate. Inflation is nothing but increase in the price of a product. Okay, so not only the customers affect when the prices of the product or services they are using goes up, but also the businesses, because business also buy certain product, okay, for their own businesses. Say for instance KFC, Kentucky Chicken, when the prices of the live chicken, okay, goes up, okay, the KFC who is buying the live chicken for their chicken food, okay, their cost will increase. So the inflation also affect the business. Change in income of the people. Change in income means now with more education in the countryside and rural side, so what happens, more people are educated, they are getting better jobs. With better jobs their salary is increasing. When the salary increase, what will happen? Their lifestyle will also enhanced. Okay, so they go for a better clothing, better living conditions, They may upgrade from like a motorbike to car. So this has a positive impact on the business. Monetary policies, a company monetary policies, price levels, etc. So all these features or factors comes under the economic one, or some of the economic factors which could affect the business firms. So economic environment may offer opportunities to a firm, like we have seen, like with the increased income, people lifestyle enhances. When they enhances, it gives a lot of opportunity for the business to capitalize. Okay, that's the opportunity, and sometimes it may become a constraint or threat, like say for instance the economic impact, that's the economic crisis because of the viruses, the situation. So what will happen, many businesses are going out of business. Why? Because nobody to buy, no customer or less customer, or even customers have money, they don't want to spend, they want to save money on the crisis time. So these economic things will affect our business. Second one is social environment, social cultural. Social environment comes from, from the society. Who comprises of society? People, we, all of us, we comprise. And where is the culture coming from? The culture is from us. So it includes social forces such as customs, okay, belief, what we believe in, literacy rate, that's education we are having, educational levels also affects, because with the increased education our standard of living, our lifestyle changes. Values, okay, values means are incorporated through our parents, through our education, through our professions. So changes in social environment affect an organization in the long run. So the organization need to monitor this also. So example, people are paying more attention towards their health because they are becoming more health conscious. So as a result of this, they don't take the fizzy drinks, okay, are reducing the intake of fizzy drinks. So this has given opportunity for the mineral water and fresh juice companies, okay, because their business is increasing. So it may pose threat to one business who are selling things which are junk or unhealthy, and this changing culture is giving opportunity for other business like juice companies or manufacturers of juice and mineral waters. Technological environment. So it provides a new advanced ways, techniques of productions. A businessman must close monitor, very important, because every businesses, whether it's related to clothing or even perfume, accessories, education, so everyone is being affected by the business. Okay, even though you are not dealing with directly any technology, but this technology can affect the way we do our business, the way we reach our market, the way we take our product from the factory or the place of production to the hands of the customer. So all this process will undergo a drastic changes because of the technology. A businessman must closely monitor the technological changes taking place in the industry as it helps in facing the political environment. Changes in political situation also affects a business organization. This is very important for a business. If any country or a state or a region is not politically stabilized, okay, or stable, no multinational company will come to that particular place, okay, because political stability is very important, okay, for any business, especially multinational business. Political stability builds confidence among the business community, while political instability and bad laws, order situation may bring uncertainty in business activities. So what happens, so if someone is investing, especially the multinational company, investing a big amount of funds are in the business in a particular area, the political party changes, maybe the new party coming up, okay, they may not like this business, so this business will have a trouble, okay, they need to relocate. So this will create a lot of financial reputation issues. So that's why political stability is very important for any business. Ideology of political parties, attitudes of government towards business, type of government, single party or coalition government affects the business. So Bangalore and Hyderabad have become the most popular location for IT due to the supportive political climate. So not only the weather, the political situation to get approval for the various license, okay, for a business is easier if the politics, the government is supporting the business. So as we see, Bangalore and Hyderabad is a very ideal place for the IT companies outside India to have their offices. So they have become the IT capitals of India. Legal environment. It constitutes the laws and legislation passed by the government, administrative orders, court judges, decisions of various commissions and agencies. Businessmen have to act according to the various legislations, and the knowledge is very necessary. So you may be an American company or a French company, okay, you may have some rules in your country. So those customs we cannot bring from your country to the country where you are having your business. So you need to follow the rules and regulation and the culture of a country where, local country where you are doing the business. That's very important for multinational companies. So businessmen have to act according to various legislations, and the knowledge is very important. So they need to have adapt to the local culture, and I mean here local rules and regulations. An example: advertisement of alcoholic product is prohibited, and it is compulsory to give statutory warning on the advertisements of cigarettes. In India and few other countries around the world, when they manufacture cigarettes, they have to come up with this advertisement like smoking kills, smoking is harmful to your health, so those kind of things. And people with who are affected badly because of smoking, the picture has to be shown on as a statutory warning. So without this, okay, you cannot print or manufacture and sell cigarette in India. So whatever the Marlboro or whatever the company is, maybe this is not there in their country, but when they want to manufacture or when they want to especially sell this product in India, they have to follow these rules. A competitive environment, and now as we have seen earlier, we are not only facing the businesses here, is not only facing from inside the country, so there is a strong competition coming from outside the country thanks to globalization, and we cannot escape from this globalization. A competitive environment is a dynamic external system in which a business competes and functions. So how we are going to compete as a business? They need to upgrade to the standards and levels of the multinational companies. So the more sellers of a similar products or services, the more competitive environment in which you compete. A particular product or service you are having, you are marketing. So the other things, other companies who are doing this are increasing, so more competition you are having. Okay, for example, fast food restaurants. There are so many fast food restaurants to choose from. Okay, KFCs, McDonald's, a lot of local chains are there. Kentucky's and a lot of local chains are there. So more the numbers, fires the competition. Demographic environment, it constitutes of age, okay, young or aging population. In Indian subcontinent, it's quite young people, young people, but in first world countries and most of the European countries, the population is very aging. So how this affects the people means, if the population is mostly aged population, they need to come up with the product and services which cater to the aged people, like what you say, if aged people like use certain accessories, okay, to help them in their old age, or multivitamin tablets, or maybe a hair dye or something like that. So they need to take care of the aging population. Whereas young people, what the young people use, like accessories, automobiles, like a bike and all those things. So if your market is like young or old people, so your product has to cater to them. So it affects, the demographic affects our business. Okay, gender, okay, male or female, and most of our countries, female gives more business. If you go to any shopping mall, you can see like out of 4 or 5 shop, okay, 4 will be selling accessories, garments, or anything related to female. Because even though most of the household, okay, male is earning, of course I'm not saying female is earning, female is also earning, but I mean more of the income from the male earning goes for the household expenses, whereas most of the income from the female earnings will go for buying their own accessories and all those things. That's why in any shopping mall, as I mentioned, 4 out of 5 shops are dedicated to the female. Why? Because the business understand that the purchasing power of the female is more than the male. Okay, like cosmetics, clothings, etc. So gender is also very important. So education, as we see, more they are educated, more they offer luxury products. Like if a person is getting like a master degree or something like that, they get better job and better education, better job, and more income, and then I mean opportunity to buy, or from the business aspect we can sell more luxury products. Socio-economic status increases with the increase in income, with the increase in education. So the status of people are increasing. So rising affluence means I mean actually in our country what happens, it's not like the socio-economic is not like very balanced. Richer people are becoming more richer, and poor people are becoming more poor. Okay, not only in India and many countries, even US also this is the scenario. Ethnic composition is nothing but the race, ethnicity. Some countries like say US or Europe, they have different ethnicity races, like white people, Africans, Americans, Indian American or Asian Americans, okay, French. So different composition means different races and people. Family life cycle means a young, middle-aged, married, middle-aged, old people. So they undergo different life cycle in the life, so they offer different products. Geographic distribution of the population and income levels. Okay, so all this comprises of demographic environment, and these have impact on the businesses. So that's all for today. Thank you.